Like I said in one of the segments that you and I talked about, I became a chameleon in many different ways, but I wouldn't have known it back then. And when they asked where to start off, what I realize now, what I didn't realize then, and sometimes I think wise is experience and wisdom is knowing how to use it in the time that you need it. Wise is experience. Wisdom is knowing how to use it in the time that you need it. You could be smart as hell and don't know when the time to use it. And if you can't use it when what you learned when it's necessary, then it does you no good. That's like a person going to college to be a lawyer and never practice law. But he might use it if he gets stopped at the red light and the cops pull him over for no reason. And he remembers some of the, but he's gonna have to use it when he go to court. So for me, it was me. As selfish as it sounds, I'll say it now, it was me. Because I knew that I had a friend of mine that called me and said when I first moved to Atlanta, and he said to me, yo, I know where we can get this deal from. I started off as a rapper, songwriter, DJ. I wanted to be into the artist level of the game. And I made a demo tape. And once I made a demo tape, I went and stayed in California on La Cienega at the Holiday Inn Hotel. This is 91. 9091. I know, yeah, 9091. I stayed at the La Cienega Hotel in California, in LA. And and it was a McDonald's next to it. I think it was on Ventura, La Cienega, Holiday Inn, and it was a McDonald's next to it. Actually, I was there a couple of years ago, still there. Same hotel, same McDonald's. And I used to go there and eat cheeseburgers and go to the studio, different studios, to become an artist. And I took my demo into Warner Brothers. I think it was in Burbank at that time, and his name was Ernie Singleton, I believe, at that time. And Ernie Singleton, I came in there, I put on a suit. I'm a rapper, I put on a suit and everything. Because I knew if I had went in there with my hip hop gear on, I would have never gotten the building. So I put on a suit, everything sharp. And when I walked in the place, I said, here's my demo, I played my demo. Him and a gentleman by the name of Darryl Percy, who used to work for John Singleton at that time. And they heard the music, and they was like, mm-hmm. And the guy, Ernie Singleton, was more concerned with, how'd you get in here? And you look like a manager. And you sitting down and you talking to me about business. He was like, and you a rapper? And he said to me in subliminal messages, you should try the business part. Everybody's not a rapper. And I said, oh, well, what the hell? He ain't like my music, so I couldn't get no record deal. You see what I'm saying? I know right there and there, I was like, well, he doesn't like my music, I'm not gonna get a record deal. So I tried from maybe 91, leading all the way up to 96, and then I couldn't get a record deal. And I was making records, but I couldn't get a record deal, and Jay-Z came out with Reasonable Doubt. I was finished, because I couldn't even compare against that one. And so I decided before I gave up my dream, I just altered, fine-tuned my dream a little bit. You know? I didn't say, sometimes you gotta fine-tune your dream. So I couldn't rap that at that time and age, or kept reaching for that particular thing. So I decided to become a businessman in the business that I wanted to be in. So I hear people talking about never lose your dream, never stop your dream, and keep going for your dream no matter what. Nobody can say they could do it. But a dream is still like a car. A dream is still like anything else. We gotta oil it. We gotta change the oil. We gotta fine tune. We gotta screw up a couple of, tighten up a couple things here. You know, it sounds crazy, but you gotta, listen, I should patent that because no one never said that. I came up with that just talking about this chasing ambition. I had to fine tune this dream and this vision for a very long time. And I just realized that now. So how I made my first deal is a gentleman called me and he said that we have a gentleman who wants to do a compilation in Atlanta, and he wanted to bring on the top artists back then. And back then, that was Big L. Back then, Big L, Guru from Gang Starr, Onyx was big with Sticky Fingers. Who else did I have? King T, J.O. Felony, Razcast, Twista and the Speed Mobsters at that time, just to name a few. So this guy said, if you can make this compilation happen, I'll give you $100,000. So, you know, without knowing, I was like, yeah, I can make it happen. You know what I mean? I could make it happen, because I didn't know if I could, but I just said I could. It was just, that was period. It was me. He gave me $33,000, and I went to New York and went to a studio called Unique's, in a room, the E room, I think it was the E room, where they used to use ADATs. Small room, and I rented it for $45 an hour. And when I rented, I called all the rappers and said, I'll give you $2,000, I'll give you $1,000, and that was a lot back there. I'll give you $3,000, you know, to come in. And I said, hey, come in and rap for me. So, you know, I'll buy the Hennessy and whatever they needed, and when they got inebriated, is that the great word, inebriated, they started rapping for days, and I just recorded it off of my own beats and everybody's own beats, and I put the album together, and I went back and I told him, here's half of the album, and he gave me another $30,000. So, and so my point to you, that was the beginning of me understanding that the things that I accomplished, I thought I was in the music industry. So I'm not gonna tell you I'm in the music industry, that's what you should glorify. That is not true. What I didn't realize until now, that I had the ability to sit down with a major company and convince them to invest in me. That is something I did not know. I was more concerned about, did I get the car? Did I get the money? Do I got the girl? Am I looking fly? I'm here with the rappers. I'm at the BET Awards. I'm at the Grammy Awards. I'm feeling good about it. But the point was, where I was successful at, not once, but 3 times, 4 times. One deal with Platinum Entertainment, a second deal with Platinum Entertainment, a multi-million-dollar deal with MCA Universal, and then another deal with Universal. So I convinced people 4 times when they told me you cannot do it once. Very few people can do it once. And I wasn't a rapper? Wow. Yo, if I was a rapper, I could say, well, I'm gonna get a deal myself and someone else gonna give me a deal. I made deals for other rappers when I fine-tuned my game. Since I couldn't be a rapper, I said, let me go get me 2 or 3 of these rappers, fine-tune the whole thing, and go back and tell them to give me a record deal, because I got 4 of the best rappers in the world, and I know how to promote, market them, and do what I do. It's just like my construction company. I built a subdivision in Georgia. I did not know how to build this subdivision. Was never in my dream. Was never in my dream. I didn't wake up one day and say, oh, guess what, I'm gonna build a subdivision. No way. One day I woke up and I know the music industry was changing in 2004, 2005. People don't realize emails and all that stuff hasn't been around forever. We had 2-way pages, beepers, cell phones that was big as your forearm. Remember that? The big ones you put up your dude, some of them was inside your car. So we watched technology change fast and quick. You know what I mean? So when it changed and quick, we woke up one morning and a lot of people was fired. Companies were gone. Arista, gone. Jive, gone. J Records, gone. MCA, gone. Elektra, gone. These companies was gone. Big 6, Big 5, Big 4, Big 2, Big 3, you know, gone. So we had to, those who adjusted with the times changing, stayed afloat. So I had someone called me one day and said they got a subdivision for sale. This person cannot maintain a subdivision. So being that myself and my significant other, we still had enough wherewithal to go out and make this happen. Once again, I did not notice, but we had to show them that we had the wherewithal to give us $2.5 million to buy this subdivision. That's buy it and build it out. And we did it. You know? So once again, it led back, you said, what is those tools? It was me. I did not know that I had the skills to sit down with someone and convince them to invest in me. And all investments didn't turn out right. That's another level of success. We think that everything that we touch, nothing's gonna go wrong. As long as there's people on this earth, it is going to go wrong. Believe that. You just have to determine the level of wrong that it is. Stay within your means of honor and morals. That's it. Honor and morals doesn't mean that you don't have to defend yourself. And don't forget, the slick man will always make you feel that they're the victim when something don't go wrong, and you're the cause of it not going wrong. So these are those walks in the dark. You know, those are the walks in the dark when there's no light. You know, That's like getting stuck on a highway back in the days and you had to walk 8 miles to the gas station. And it wasn't no lights. You only got dim lights for the cars that passed you by. And that's the same thing in the journey to success. It's gonna be dim lights in dark areas sometime. And the cars that pass you by, their headlights shine a little bit of light on you so you can see more and see more and see more till you get to the destination where it's all lit up. That's chasing ambition.